Everybody, welcome. Fourth episode of the No Filter Tattoo Podcast. We got a very special guest today, my boy Tino, aka Tattoos by Tino. I'm gonna hype you up real quick, bro. So y'all don't know this man. This man is one of the artists responsible for building Golden Anchor to what it is today. It's one of the first artists that I reached outside to that came and joined us way back 2016. Believed in us. And man, it was a hell of a journey, but now he's got his own shop, co-owner of One Love Tattoo in Douglasville. Uh, man, bro, just how do you feel, man? Like 2023 almost in. Like you feeling good?
I feel good, bro. It's the last day 2023.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember that too when you first got the shop, bro. He hit me up and I checked it out, and I'm like, I moved in the next day. I think I started moving my stuff in.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
a-
you was ready, man. Like, cause you were at like a shop that you wanted to grow. I was in a
Yes, sir.
similar situation. Like I wanted to be around artists that I wanted to grow with too. And like I said, I always appreciate you for just believing in me back then, because I hit up a lot of artists, and a lot didn't really didn't believe in the vision.
Yeah, that's what I saw, bro. I saw the vision. You had a vision, a plan, and not a lot of people had that. And I'm like, all right, let me go this way because he seems like he knows what he's talking about. And you had the place already, so it's not like you were just
Right.
Some people say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," but they don't have the spot yet,
Yeah.
But you had the spot, so hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Before we get into the meat of the episode, I definitely, like I said, we want to introduce you and everything you're about to the viewers of the podcast, people who may not know you. Even though I feel like the city of Atlanta like fucks with you heavy, man. Like like
Some of them are mad. I don't
Right.
reply or tattoo them too. So
Oh damn.
yeah, but
But okay, so let's start off simple, bro. Like how long you been tattooing?
so I started messing with tattoos when I was 16 years old, summer 2011. No, 2009. I think the summer. I'm 32 now, so that was like 16 years
He
ago.
was 22.
Right. Yeah, so
I look 22.
Mm-hmm.
so you were 16 when you started, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, crazy story too, because it
Damn.
was like I was working construction. I always like working. I like making money, so
Mhm.
I was working
Okay.
construction, and okay, so I was working construction, and my brother hit me up talking about like, hey, this guy's doing tattoos. And I'm like, oh shit, I want a tattoo. So I started designing a tattoo, right? And then I look at his work on MySpace, and I'm like, ooh, I don't think he could do this. And then in my head,
No,
I'm
MySpace.
like,
Damn.
yeah. And in my head, I'm like, wait, if he's doing
I
this,
mean, MySpace was popping.
it was, bro. But I'm like,
You got a
you
MySpace?
can't do that.
Bryson?
Music.
I think it's
Top
out
8?
there, but it's.
Tails in your top 8?
Huh?
Was Tails in your top 8 on MySpace?
I wouldn't even say top 8. I think it was. I think I had like top 15, like in general.
Y'all knew yourself.
Bro,
Y'all knew each other all the way. Oh yeah, I go way
Yeah.
back, bro.
High school.
So you said, all right, so you looked up his work on MySpace.
Mhm.
And you're like,
I don't like, damn, I don't think he could do this. But then an idea sparked in my head because I'm like, that's all it takes, just an idea. And I'm like, shit, if he's doing that, I could do it.
Mm.
So then I'm like, all right, I got to get me a tattoo kit.
Okay. Where'd you
And-
get it from?
Phew, back then it was hard because, I didn't want just a cheap kit. I knew that, you can't do good stuff with cheap stuff. So I forgot where I got it. It was a website from New York, but it was like a $400 kit.
God, dog.
man,
Yeah.
spent a little money. That's more than my first kit.
Yeah,
Best-
I was like,
Okay.
You had to,
Right.
You had to.
I spent like 100, man.
Oh.
That shit was like, it wasn't even like
Man, thought he did something with a
the
bitch.
damn the tip, like the spring, the front spring, and like the fucking contact screw weren't even touching like on the machine, bro. Like I was like, I don't even know what's wrong.
So you
No.
did it with the kid, and
Yeah, well, yeah. So I ordered it. Next thing you know, it got there. That same day it got there, I started playing with it. And my uncle got home. He started drinking some, and I'm like, yo, you want a tat? He was like, hell yeah. And then I did a tat on him, like 5 hours of training, and it came out straight. And I'm like, okay, this ain't that hard.
oh,
And then
okay.
just kept rolling.
just felt natural.
And now I'm here.
Yeah.
Big time. All right, that's dope, man. So like, okay, you've been tattooing for you You said 16 years now.
Well, since I'm playing with it, so I would say professionally, seriously, I've been doing that for like 9 years now.
When did you?
Next year be 10?
I guess, yeah. I'm not
Okay.
keeping track of like the
How long did it
exact-
take you to till you feel like you were good at tattooing?
till I feel like I was good. Oof. I mean, once I build a clientele, I feel like I could still be good, better, get
Of
better.
course, yeah, yeah.
But it's like little by little. Eventually, I started booking up like a week in advance, 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna work. And from there on, just kept up with it.
What year in
Making-
your career you think that you was able to get to that level?
I remember the first time the first year that I took it serious, which was right before I came to Golden Anchor, because my son was on the way, and I'm like, okay, I gotta.
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, and I was kind of tired of doing construction too.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were doing construction on like in the beginning. You were doing construction and you were
Yes.
tattooing.
Yes, I always did it on the side. Tattooing was always like a side thing. There would be
Part time.
part
So
time.
you did you own that construction business or were you working for someone else?
Both. At one point, I owned it. Then it went down. Then I started working on, for someone. And then,
So were you like always business minded? Did you always know you wanted to have like your own business someday in the future?
yeah.
He's like, I ain't trying to work in this heat no more.
No, yeah, that's right. No, and I know when I quit. When I quit, it was in the winter, bro. And I was like painting. It was like construction painting. It was
getting
cold.
cold.
Yeah, it was getting cold. And then someone was like, "Hey, there's a booth over here for rent." And I'm like, "Shit, let me go do that."
All right, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I started doing that and took it very serious because I
I
had
remember you had two. You was working at two shops at one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Carrollton.
So you was
yeah.
really
hustling,
just
man.
trying to
Yeah,
hustle and
grow. Yeah,
So
I mean, I really like tattooing. I
Mhm.
was just trying to learn a lot from it, as much as I could.
So like, do you feel like new tattooers now they have like that same? Should they have that same drive that you did? Like, well, you got to work a part-time job until you build that clientele up, so you can be consistent.
I would suggest so, because if you try to just jump straight into tattooing, and if you're not that good yet, it's gonna be hard, and it could
Yeah.
be discouraging. So having something, either savings or just like a part-time job, where it's like if it doesn't pick up on tattoos, you could be like, shit, I still got money coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Awesome.
of people don't understand. Like, you
yeah. I
have to
worked part-time
sacrifice.
jobs, right? Like in the beginning.
Shoot, I worked 2 jobs and still was coming here.
Yeah, I remember. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, man.
It's a hardworking man right here, Bryson. I
For
remember.
real, hardest working man.
My knees still hurt.
They always gonna hurt this.
Still
But all right. So fast forward now. Now you're a good artist. So I would like to say to me, you're known for being like a versatile artist, man. But I would say you do really good black and gray realism. Amazing cover ups, color realism, color anything really. But but what would you like? What sets your style apart from the rest of other artists? Right? What makes you special?
Honestly, I don't know. I like tattooing, so it's fun when I get to do different things. Cause if I've
So what's different to you then?
no, like today I'll do black and gray. Tomorrow a cover
Oh
up.
yeah, I'm just yeah.
And then the following day just
Doesn't get still right.
your traditional. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like every day something different. So it
So
just
I noticed one thing about your tattoo style that I know you like full coverage. What, from your preference, allows you to like full coverage?
So what do you mean by full coverage though?
Full coverage is like you know how to contrast well and really don't use open skin as much.
hmm
So,
Okay, I do that because this one time I think it was Bob Tyrell. I took one of his seminars.
okay.
And it kind of made sense what he said. It was like, you want to cover as much of the skin as possible, even if it's with like your light tone and your extra light tone, and whatever's open, left open, use some white.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, I see stuff with open skin and I like it, so I try to like.
Yeah, it's all
hold
preference.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I try to hold
But I
back.
mean, you executed well though, so
Yeah.
it's like
Thank you.
I feel like a lot of new artists though they try to do that full coverage style, but they don't
Shade, they step
understand
a little shade,
the contrast.
illustrate it.
Right?
Mm,
Yeah, it's one of those trickies. Like you gotta really know what
Separate
you're
the
doing.
values.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you just gotta try it.
But okay, so basically it's like you just different. It's like you like that's what
I
makes
mean, just say how you do it. I be winging it and it looks good.
I mean, educated,
Educated guess.
guess.
Right.
Yeah, an
Yeah,
educated
So like what if you had to pick one style that you can only do? for the rest of your tattoo career?
I guess it would be black and gray because
And
just
gray?
chill,
Yeah.
just chill.
It's less stressful, I would
smooth.
say, yeah.
Yeah, color is like stressful. Cover-ups are stressful too,
Mm-hmm.
but if
make
I
your
had to
own-
pick one, it's
yeah.
black and gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
You making your own gray wash these days, or what, like you use a
No,
set?
no. I used to until I saw everyone else was just using dynamic and drops, and that kind of it's better. It's better for the long run too.
You feel like it
Another
heals better?
thing, even with your tattoo style, I remember you introduced Theo to rotaries.
Rotary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put me on a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah,
like
I tried.
that's why I say like he's one of the reasons like the shop grew to what it did was cause yeah, bro, you taught me a lot of new machines, new techniques. Like I said, you put me on the rotaries. Like I was against, bro. I was like coil only kind of guy.
The
you know,
Dementis still
yeah.
like that. No,
Coil to the
Dementis be
coil.
using a rotary too.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
but yeah, now like, of course, I still love coils for lining, but like,
Yeah, you still gotta have them.
Yeah.
I still have coils on Dan Cuban
of course,
because you can't. I used to do that line with rotary, and it wasn't coming out
Yeah,
right.
it just
Yeah.
feels different.
Yeah, it feels
Maybe for
different,
like
it
a
doesn't
3 or
feel right.
5, but
yeah,
Yeah,
for fine line, yeah.
Yup.
But nah, man. Now that like you pushed us to like we went so many conventions, bro.
True.
Like, we was on the road all the time the first couple of years, man, just grinding, bro.
True, you had to, bro.
Yeah. So like, do you feel like that? What was part of the reasons? What were some of the key things that helped you grow in your career? I feel like you feel like it was like traveling, was it learning, was it just
Not traveling. Well, that helped seeing a bunch of other artists and what
Mhm.
they were doing, and I was the type that would go and watch and ask
Exactly, yeah.
questions.
not a lot of people do that though?
Yeah, I tell my artists it's like you gotta watch because it's like there's stuff on YouTube, but if you ask YouTube a question, they're not gonna reply to you. But if it's a guy tattooing over there, and you're like, hey, what needle is that? He's gonna tell you. If he's cool, he's gonna tell you. He's gonna
Right.
give you more.
yeah.
So definitely, go out there and try to watch people and ask questions.
Well, one thing I can say about when I first met you, a lot of people don't know this. Even though I got apprentice under Theo, Tino actually sparked me to tattoo because he was like,
Mhm.
"You should try it." It was just like a late night at 2:00. But one thing I can say about Tino that he always had a curious mindset. He didn't afraid to try if he wanted to design shirts, do filming, like just sculpture stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Like he always kept it open for just say, hey, tattooing is also a creative space, but there's others too. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
art
Mhm.
period.
Yeah, you're one of the most ambitious people I know out there. At least one of the most ambitious artists out there, for sure. And like that goes beyond tattooing.
Yeah.
So like with 16 years in the game, like how do you keep your love for tattooing? Like, do you feel like it's kind of changed? Like, not saying like you don't love tattoo, but do you feel like your views on tattooing has changed over the years? Do you feel like it's something you want to do for the rest of your life, or it's kind of like a means to an end?
yeah,
Nah.
you got to 45 with me.
I be thinking about it as like sometimes I say I want to like retire, but it's like, nah, I think I'll be 70 and tattooing still if
Just
I
work
can.
on special projects maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people.
slow
Not every
down.
day though. It's like
Nah,
already.
nah.
We're 70, man. Like
Yeah. Well, now I'm not trying to do it every day, so it's just like I feel like eventually I'll stay doing it because I have certain clients that sleeves that I've done
So how many?
last year I can touch up 10 years from now.
True.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
still valid. Like
Yo, we just,
I ain't going nowhere unless I pass away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, okay, that's dope. So like, what things are you into outside of tattooing that helps you like not get burnt out with tattooing? Then
Let me see.
You've been hitting the gym, being healthy.
yeah, bro. You see, you
True.
putting that muscle
Yeah,
on, bro. You
true,
slow, bro.
true.
How much you benching now?
Not a lot. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm working my way
Hey,
up.
I'm gonna say Christian bitching 150.
Well, okay, I can do that.
All right. 150 is the goal.
That's me a year from now. That's me a year
Okay.
from now.
bet, bet.
But yeah, other stuff that I do, art. I like staying inspired. I still do shirts, make shirts, but I had to put that on pause for the last
No, I
year
understand.
because we got caught up on some shit.
Mm.
But yeah, it's gym, chill with my son,
Yeah,
That's
you
good.
definitely like.
read.
I was gonna say, I know you like reading books.
Yeah, what-
I was
what-
gonna
What
say
you reading
read.
currently?
Yeah, what kind of books you like to read, bro?
I like right now I'm into what's his name, Ryan Holiday. He's like a stoic stoicism.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So what's it about? Like being
It's like self-help. I only read like self-growth, help, and
Yeah.
business. I don't
I
read
read a
like
lot of stuff like that too.
fiction, not fiction or none of that.
Like stuff like Rich Dad Poor Dad and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
financial kind of like.
Yeah, bro.
I will say you one of the other few shots that got the best playlist too.
Playlist.
Oh yeah,
Some
you
people
do
say
got
that.
good taste. You have real good taste in music.
I just like music too. I like art. I guess music is art too. But
Yeah.
yeah. Listen to music.
So you think reading is good for like our growth, and not just like
big time,
Yeah.
dude. You're not gonna believe me, but I own a bunch of books.
that's dope. I mean, no, that's
and
cool.
I'm really proud. And I'm like, I've read somewhere that one thing you want to leave to your kids is a library, and
Damn,
I took
that's
that to
dope.
heart.
Yeah.
So y'all should go buy books.
Nah, I definitely
Read a
did
fucking
that. Yeah.
book, bro.
I've been slacking on my like I still read, but like right now I'm mainly reading like books on this one book I got.
Mangas don't count, man.
I mean, well, okay, first of all, I feel like they count a little bit, but I'm reading this book about photography. It's basically just like
True.
because of course we're learning all this stuff, but
Yep.
but before that, yeah, honestly saying like a lot of business stuff, stuff on just anything, really anything that could help like investing or just being a better leader or whatever. Like,
and you yourself too, like how to take care of it, yourself better, mentally, physically.
Oh, definitely.
Books
Yeah.
has all of that.
Yeah. Well, I'll say one funny thing that a lot of people don't know about Tino. He can juggle.
Yeah.
Everybody can do that.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't
You
juggle.
you was making your
Tried to
apprentices
make me
juggle,
do it.
right?
I couldn't do it. I was over here.
Y'all still can't do it?
No.
You still make your apprentices
Somebody's
juggle.
easy.
I don't make them juggle anymore because someone couldn't do it, and I'm like, I can't cut them just because they can't juggle. I'm like, this ain't.
How did they react when it was like the first time you told them like, all right, you gotta juggle?
Actually, at first it helped because it got rid of people that didn't really want to put in the work. Because the point of juggling is you got to sit there and actually do it. Tattoos, you got to sit there and draw and do it and trial and error, trial.
No.
Keep trying. So the people that actually did come back and juggle showed me that like, all right, they were actually trying. Yeah.
What this man think I am, a circus?
Yeah. No, but juggling supposedly is good for the mind. I read that.
Hand-eye coordination.
Yep.
Okay.
I read that. What's his name? I know his name. Da Vinci.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Da Vinci used to juggle. I have this book.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like,
so you're reading a lot.
Yeah.
And I've seen it on some videos too, where like these guys are just like, juggling just helps you. Just like people meditate, you can artists, if you want to take a break from something, you go to the side and juggle and your mind will clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just suck.
Yeah.
Because you don't try it, you got to keep trying. Huh?
You're right. I can't say no.
Gotta get that hand-eye coordination up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
true.
2020.
Dexterity.
New Year resolution.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll try. That'd be a goal.
All right. I mean, that could be a goal. Yeah, you alone on that one.
We gonna get Theo to whistle.
I tried all my life. I can't do it. I just don't
No,
work.
yeah, that doesn't mean it's like you don't have to. Some people, I had apprentices that their art was fucking amazing and they couldn't juggle. So I'm like, all right, juggle it's not gonna cut you off because you can't juggle.
Yeah.
But you should try it if anything.
Okay.
This is a good story to tell too.
No, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't do that no more.
All right. So I know we talked about it briefly earlier, but you're now a shop owner. But before that, you owned your own studios, private studios, stuff like that. And of course, you worked at other shops over the years. So like now that you experienced like all of those, like what do you feel? Do you feel like being a shop owner is what you expected? Is it easier than you thought? Harder? Or are there things that you would like to change about it? What's your experience so far?
So there's a lot to it. Being a shop owner. Luckily, I got a cool ass business partner, Mindy Sue.
Shout out Mindy.
Shout out to Mindy.
She handles like the business side, and then I try to just play a good role in the shop and make sure everyone's on point. If we set rules, I try to.
So do you
feel
feel like
bad cop?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
not
like
like
good, different cop. It's like,
different. But it's hard. It's getting all the paperwork and
right. So you would say like the paperwork, the behind the scenes stuff is the hard part. Like
that was hard because
like opening like how long was the process was it to open your shop?
really, It was like 4 to 6 months,
Damn.
and that's because I feel like the lady didn't like me.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot of things we don't talk about in the industry. Is like
Yeah,
like
she ain't have no tattoos, so
Yeah.
I'm like, you got tattoos? She's
It's-
like, no.
yeah.
I'm like, why are you? I mean, I get
it's
it.
a lot of discrimination still. Like when it comes to like zoning and getting your business license for tattoo shops. Like
Yeah,
lot
they
of-
think we're
yeah.
like the old type of shops where
yeah, like
bikers outside smoking,
gangs and drugs
Yeah,
and all that
gangs.
shit.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's not. We're over here,
Chilling.
Yeah,
chilling. We're
It's a
tattooing
legitimate
lawyers
business.
and fucking
Doctors,
doctors,
cops.
cops.
Like
We're tattooing
galleries now.
cops.
Right. Especially
Yeah.
like I said, these luxury shops now, like
Yeah,
it's
bro.
nicer than shit,
Yeah, like
most
I seen
businesses.
the
before.
city hall.
Right. But yeah.
But, yeah.
So yeah, all right. So definitely hard just getting through that whole process. I think that's good for people to know because
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of people think it's just like because of course like if you're opening a private studio and you're kind of like ducking the whole licensing law thing, it's easier for that. But like when you actually want to like open that shop, like that walk-in shop,
Yeah.
like you gotta go through a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
When you can't break, you just gotta keep going.
Do you feel like having a partner like this time with Mindy, like does it help? Like it helps you because you can delegate some of the things.
Yeah, especially that, and then ideas too, because
Right.
it's like it can't be just what I think. It's got to be like what
Kind of like not just
shared.
straight tunnel vision.
Yeah. Get different opinions, so it's a nice environment.
Different
Because-
perspective.
Yeah, because there's certain things I don't care for, but we should care for, and then she
Oh, okay.
comes in and like actually, takes care of those things, and it works out in the
Yeah,
end.
you gotta. I think a good leader was someone who knows like their strengths and weaknesses and,
Yeah.
and knows how to like delegate to other. Like, all right, this is my weakness, but if I know you're strong at it, then
Yup, yup.
I'll trust you to do this.
Exactly. Yo.
Definitely. All right, that's dope. You feel like it's hard like finding the right team?
Oh, that yeah, man.
I think that's like the hardest thing. Like,
Some
yeah.
folks
What is
are-
one of your main criteria for somebody to work in your shop? Like
as an artist or as an apprentice?
I would say as
Both.
an artist
Yeah,
and
both,
a
yeah.
person. Artist and a person.
Okay, as an artist, be humble.
Okay.
Don't act like you're the shit.
I'm the best
'Cause-
artist ever.
Yeah, because you're not. Be humble, get along with everybody.
Okay.
We're all different. What is it? Races. So
Yeah,
Different
I mean,
backgrounds,
shit,
different-
like,
get along. Yeah,
that's,
get
that's a
along.
valid statement.
Yeah.
Get your ass up out of here.
Yeah, we're all mixed, so get along
Yeah,
with
especially in
everybody.
Atlanta, man. Like
It's
you're so
diverse.
diverse out here, bro.
Yeah,
So you got to know how to like coexist with.
Exactly.
all types of backgrounds and
exactly.
people.
Don't feel, what is it, entitled.
Mm.
You feel like knowing how to tattoo on dark skin is important.
Yeah, very, very. You can't just, you have to. There's all type of folks out there, so
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
all want to
sure.
get tattooed, so
Yeah,
it's very important. So
yeah. I feel like a lot of shops kind of don't focus on that. Like that's something about me. Like I always say, like be artist at my shop. You got to know how to work on dark skin.
yeah, you can.
I guess I would say, like, for you opening up your shop, what kind of persona do you want to show people in your vision of tattooing in the industry?
That we're good.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to be better,
It's hardworking,
And-
humble.
and we tattoo everybody, old, young, black, white. Any skin tone, any.
What do you like?
What if aliens came in your shop? You know,
What?
aliens come in your shop, like once they
I'll
fear
tattoo
on the
them, bro. I'll
on
tattoo
tattoo.
them. Yeah. hell yeah.
Theo said,
No, yeah, you want to tattoo aliens?
I mean, it depends, bro. Like if they cool aliens,
Yeah,
Like,
true,
I mean, what if it's like,
It'd be no
Sharing
bad
technology.
aliens.
right? Well, I mean, it could be like a predator type alien, and you fuck up their tattoo, man. It's like,
Oh, don't fuck up the
Right.
tattoo.
Go invisible in your head.
That's true.
but nah, that's dope though. So yeah, basically, man, you want humble people who hardworking and no egos. I think that's hard in this industry. Like a lot of
Yeah, it's like I've
Yeah.
seen that, and then you fall. Don't be
Yeah.
like that, because you'll fall.
yeah, no,
It
that's
hurts.
yeah, nah. It don't matter how big you are at one point. Anybody can fall off in this industry, man, because it's always growing. There's always
Yo,
somebody
You gotta
trying to take
stay
your
growing.
spot.
Exactly. Adapt to it.
how's your location like at the shop? Like, is it like
Yeah, you
very,
guys in Douglasville, right?
Ooh. Okay, so quick little story, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we love stories.
Right. So we, before this shop, we was at the studio, right? And
Mhm.
we was doing a private, You shouldn't do it. I mean, you could do private, but do
Yeah.
it the right way. I did it not the right way because I was just like I was tunnel vision. I'm like, we trying to grow,
Okay.
we're trying to take over, and eventually, one, the economy got hard, so some of the artists had to, go find other jobs, and kind of like, it got to them, and eventually we got caught. The health department lady came in, and because someone kind of like snitched on us. It's not like we were doing anything bad. We were just doing art the right way. And then, all right, so we had to close this place down. We had to find a new spot. New spot was, up the street. It ends up, we're across the street from, it's what is it called? Lionsgate Film Production.
Oh, is that Tyler Perry studio or?
It might be. I heard it. Yeah.
I don't know if it's that.
So it's going, eventually in like
Kinda
a
your
year or
style.
two. Nah.
Yeah,
it's gonna be busy.
Douglasville is like it's
Yeah,
definitely
growing.
growing. It's gonna be.
Growing, bro.
I got a great location.
So, we ended up in this location, thanks to Jessica. Shout out Jessica.
Shout out Jessica.
But yeah, we got this spot now, and we're just trying to get everyone ready for, keep getting better, and they're learning to provide for, we weren't a walk-in shop before, so now we are. So I used to be like, I used to like not, having a private studio because no one would come in and ask questions and this and that.
Mhm.
So now they do that. So now we have to, act right and customer service but we're doing it.
It
Yeah.
grows in the long.
But yeah, but the location is awesome. Can't wait to keep going. Can't wait for all that stuff to be built, and then more people are gonna come in.
What would you say is like the main difference between having a private studio and now having a walk-in shop?
Okay, so pros with private studio is, you get to focus more on your work. You don't have to worry about people coming in and out.
You think you got more creative in a private studio?
I mean, it depends. If you're alone in your private studio, I don't think so. But if you have other people with you in a private studio, yeah, you can get more creative because you don't have to worry about people interrupting and coming in and out.
Okay.
Cons is you don't get to grow as fast or exposure because there's not people coming in or they can't find you on Google.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, cons. So
Do you feel like as an artist, well, I mean, you were a pretty already experienced artist already when you had your private studio, but you feel like for the younger artists, do you feel like they was able, well, to grow, I guess, as much, not being around as many artists, but I mean, you did have a lot of artists for a private studio, I would say. So
Yeah,
you had
that's
a little bit different
that's
situation.
what we got caught. Okay, but in an open studio, it's the cons are. I mean, the pros are, people coming in and wanting different, finding you out out of nowhere. They saw a tattoo sign and they want a tattoo. Sometimes you get some cool clients out of that. And the cons is just, the people coming in, you interrupting and, and you don't get to fully focus on the piece.
Yes. Plenty of times I done took off my gloves when a walk-in comes in, and now I have to tell my client, hey, hold on one.
Yeah, like, or we get a lot of piercing, asking for piercing. We're like, we don't do piercings. So that.
Yeah, no?
No, we don't do piercings. Yeah. That,
Same here.
yeah, it's fine. What other cons? Right now the reviews. Some people, get upset just because.
Oh yeah.
Hey
man.
Hey, man, I done already said in the last episode, I didn't hold back on it, apparently. Well,
Yeah,
Right
nah,
up them reviews
I'll tell you in
again.
person if you ever come into the shop, but you know who you is.
but yeah, man. One thing we learned, like, you can't please everybody, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you could do everything right, and then some people just have such a warped reality or warped mindset on like how tattoo shops work. They think it's like
Very niche,
McDonald's
bro.
or something.
Yeah, like with Jimmy John's and shit.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I want a tattoo, I want it my way, and you're gonna do it because I said it. And it's like, well, hold on, like this is a craft. Like, we have to do things a certain way so it can work out well.
You know what's crazy? It do be like the walk-ins that come in and say, hey, I'm trying to get tattooed by you. Me and my other artists don't get along. Then once they kind of show all the red flags, you're like,
That's why.
Yeah.
yeah, I understand. You know how you sometimes be like, man, some artists might be dickheads, like the asshole, long beard, or just douchebag looking motherfucker. And
No, it goes both ways. There really are like some bad service being provided by artists,
True.
Yeah.
but it's also bad clients too.
Yeah.
So
if I could make a list, like if we had like a secret tattoo list and like just start name dropping some clients, I'd be like, don't tattoo this.
Yeah, my thing is like if you
should
go
do that.
somewhere,
we should invent that.
Hey
Yeah.
man,
Blacklist.
like that,
Yeah.
like Hollywood, man. I'd be like,
Blacklist
get
for
you
clients.
out of
Yeah,
here.
like clients, bro.
but I mean I feel like this if you're a client and like let's say you go to an establishment and you saw on Google like majority like 95% of the reviews are positive, everybody had a
Yeah.
good time,
That one
and you go in there and you just for some reason had a bad time. I mean, I'm not saying that maybe the shop was responsible, maybe just maybe like you as a client or maybe you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you were tripping on something.
Yeah.
True.
You got to be like, maybe I should just relax a little bit next time I go to the shop.
Let
But,
me talk to them first before I write a review.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, it's crazy how people quick to
You
go
know,
to.
people ain't what's the
Or if you write a review,
confrontational.
at
People are
least
not
let you know who you are.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, man. Everybody's tough behind
I
online
told
buying that keyboard, right?
True.
Dude
But,
said, you gotta have a dragon egg to come here. I ain't forget about you.
But yeah, man. So that's true, man. You have a hell of a tattoo career, man. You're still going, accomplishing a lot of stuff. That being said, let's get into the focus of this episode. Like 2023, was definitely like an up and down year, right? It was terrible for some artists. It was great for some artists still,
True.
and then a little bit of both for most artists, I would say.
Yeah.
So like, how can we go into 2024 with the right mindset so we to set the right goals for us to have success in this I guess uncertain economy, right, that we're about to go or that we're facing right now already.
Yeah.
I guess first let's start like, did y'all reach our goals in 2023? Did y'all have goals set? What
I met one of them.
what's that? What goal was that?
Atlanta Best. Who city?
It's our city, man. But,
Oh,
but
true.
I was putting
Congratulations.
it off right.
Congratulations. That was dope.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate it, man.
So-
But I mean that was it. That was a short term goal though. But you guys have any like short term, long term tattoo goals, financial goals, or work life balance goals type stuff?
Well, due to this year, financial goals didn't meet those quite.
Yeah, no, I think it's safe to say
Mine-
most
mine
artists
was,
probably probably didn't.
I'll say I didn't go under.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like
No, I definitely didn't go under.
yeah, it's like I would definitely say like hitting the bare minimum of what you wanted to hit.
Yeah.
For sure.
True.
But-
true.
Definitely say I still met my average each month, like tattoo 30,
So you-
45.
So you have like a
months,
set
month.
goal that you want to make
Yeah,
every
I
month.
have it every month. Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's good.
So,
I haven't done that. I should do that. I'll probably do that
yeah,
next year.
because
Okay, yeah, no, I definitely
what helps
recommend.
me is because I am kind of like the walk-in artist.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like how many clientels came in that month, I'd be like, all right, what was different about this month?
True. True.
Like even if it's slow season, June, July, August,
True.
like
yeah.
I keep on track on that.
Yeah, I did that. I want to say 2020 and 2021 or 2021, 2022, where I wrote everything down. And then that told me what months were good months and what
Yeah.
months were slow months. And
No,
that's
I definitely-
smart. That's good to
Yeah.
have. That way you know when the slow months are coming.
Zach, you know how to kind of
Prepare for it. Yeah.
Did my first guest spot in Florida thanks to Julius at Homesick
Okay.
Tattoos.
So
in
that was
Orlando,
a
Florida.
goal to do a guest spot.
Yeah, that was real cool. I'm definitely gonna do some more.
Did y'all meet like? Did y'all have any like tattoo skill? Like, all right, I want to get better at this tattoo wise.
Well, I just be want to get better at everything.
Yeah.
So I just don't get
that's like an
complacent.
everyday goal.
All right,
True,
that's
true.
true.
Well, you could say that's a long term for me.
I mean,
Then.
or it could be short term too, because like every tattoo, like all right, I'm
Yeah,
looking at it like I'm trying to do better on this tattoo than the last one type deal, right?
Yeah.
True.
Definitely now that my knees are a little bit back better, try to be more mobile next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I,
that.
I would say like for me personally, I met some of my goals. Some of my goals not like I'll say tattoo wise. Like I always want to like to win some awards each year.
Yeah.
So I was able to do that at the Atlanta convention, but I didn't really travel much outside of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to do more conventions this coming year. Financially, like I said, I was aiming from like I would say it definitely wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but like comparing the last year, you're kind of expecting like all right, let's maintain the same level.
Mm.
Like it went a little bit under than what I wanted it to be,
Mhm.
but it's still like good overall. Like you know what I'm saying, so you can't be mad at that. But yeah, like and as far as like I say work life balance, like I tried to like set enough time to spend with my family and the tattoo. So
I definitely say yeah. You have
Yeah.
yeah, so
doing that.
been trying to. Like I said, it's one of those. Sometimes I feel like I get too busy, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm grateful for the time that I do have because shit, just everybody, not even just this industry, but just shit, it's hard to like when you got work 9 to 5, 5 days a week for some people. Like it's,
Oh no. I
so
told you, man. They
It's
work
just
and go
how-
home if they can make it to the gym.
It's just how our system set up. You just gotta work all the time, damn near. You gotta make space for it.
but okay, so that's a good like. So Tino said like, so you have goals or do you actually like have like set like I write them down or have them in my head like this
I
is a
guess-
goal I have for this month, this year, this week.
I guess I didn't do it 2023 because it was hectic. It was
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
You
understandable.
did open up a shop.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, because it all started last December when we got caught. So then
Yeah.
all 2023 was focused on
So that was the main goal.
don't get caught again, and then open up the new shops, and then all the and we built. I personally, my brother, we built most of the shops, so we did.
That's a go. That's dope.
The
Save money on
floors,
that.
my boy Chino. So it took
The
up a
floors are
lot
nice.
of time,
Mhm.
It took up time, but now that it's built, everything's rolling smooth, running.
Okay.
Now 2024, I feel like, I'm going to write down my goals and definitely want to focus more on families, raising my son. Not work as hard. I don't really need to, luckily I don't need to make that much money anymore, but I'm still going to, make
you wanna-
money,
you
but I'm going
Like,
to
you had
find
a
a smart
comfortable-
way
yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to work less but make more in a way.
Yeah, especially tattooing. Like I love tattooing, but it's just
I
I don't
see.
want to do it every
Time-
day.
Yeah.
That's time's consuming.
10
It
hours.
takes- you're right. Like you when you're doing these because we're at the point we all do like really big pieces and
Yeah,
we're at the shop all day, so it's like
yeah.
by the time you get home, your kids is asleep. You know what I'm saying? It's like
end of the
when you-
day,
yeah.
So definitely, I'm trying to learn how to cut down on that. I'm like doing smaller sessions, and be outside of that shop, and do other things. I'm trying to learn how to trade, day trade, see if that
Okay,
gets
yeah.
me
I'm-
somewhere.
Nah, bro, I've been getting into option trading. Like trading option, yeah. So
I'm a
you gotta make your
try.
money work for you, bro. Like we all like me and Tez, we big into investing,
yes, sir.
stocks, crypto, all that. Like you into crypto too.
Yeah,
You still holding on to your Bitcoin, Ethereum, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You have to, especially 2024.
Yeah, that bull run about to come.
Yeah, it's coming. People think I'm crazy when I tell them like, "Yo, buy this, buy that," and they get tired of me telling them. But
You got to take risks and to win in life. If you're
Yes,
scared,
sir.
you gonna always just play it safe and just be in the middle.
yup, you got to take risks. Yup.
Okay, so that's cool. Let's talk about like this. Let's go into 20. Let's talk about it's New Year's Eve, right? It's about to be 2024. Let's talk about how we can go as artists into 2024, like with the right mindset, so we can be like equipped for success, right?
Yup.
Because that's the point. Like it's New Year, we can kind of restart things, reset, kind of come in with a fresh, focused mind. So like me personally, like I said, I think having like goals set right is something that really
Do you
You
write
know,
them down?
Or
Or you
so,
just
some
put them in your head?
I'm at the point now I can kind of keep them in my head, like
Yeah.
but I do like think of like actual like okay, this is the number, this is the goal, like right now I can tell you like 2024. So what I like to do, I like to separate the short term goals, long term goals, and then like different types of goals, like financial goals, tattoo skill goals, tattoo shop goals. So right now like a financial goal for me is like I want to pay off my truck in 2024, and like so that was actually a goal that I wanted to have in 2023.
Mhm.
But I couldn't reach it,
Yeah.
But so it's definitely the focus for that. Tattoo skill level goals, is like, all right, of course, want to win some awards in Atlanta. Want to really just evolve my style some more, kind of like get outside like the anime and realism bag, and just kind of like
I want to throw in there. I see it. It's getting dope.
I appreciate it, man.
Style. Yeah, the anime stuff.
Yeah, man, it's fun.
I
Like
see it.
people like giving us trust, bro. So it's
Yeah.
dope to have that freedom now.
Yup.
So but just not want to get stale and complacent. Of course, I can break down like the short term goals. It gets like it's not even just like on a monthly or half a year level. It's like it's every day, it's every week. Like I gotta tell people like I got like a
Yeah, mine's is like every week.
yeah. And I mean we can let's break down like what like how do y'all sit y'all since y'all are organized Tez and Bryson with your goals, like what's like your weekly goals?
My weekly goals.
So yeah, to tell people like who are new to this or who haven't set who don't have that structure. 'Cause, there's a lot of artists out there who kind of they're artists, right? So
Yeah.
they kind of live life like free and just like blowing in the wind, which is cool.
I just
But-
live my life kind of like balanced. Like I look on both creative and business.
Okay, so how do you balance that? Like, what's your
Just
the structure that you have?
just set up structured designs of tattooing and like okay, this is more of like a business move, like probably 2 days out the week, and then the rest would be creative moves.
So basically, you like to have like two 2 days out the week is like focus on money. Like I'll take you to kind of take whatever. Like it doesn't have to necessarily like please you artistically.
Because for me on 2023 for 2024, I'm actually gonna be catering more to creativity.
Okay, so that's one of your goals
So
now. Is
that might be like one of those. I might be taking a financial.
I was gonna ask you,
but that'll be probably a long term investment for 2025.
Okay, see, that's a great way to look at it. Right?
But I'm a simple guy.
All right, what about you, Tez? Like, how you like to?
Definitely pushing the style of my designs a lot more. I've been kind of working on that anyway, but that's definitely like my main focus going into this next year.
I see it. Like I definitely see you like creating those no flash designs and getting more custom pieces.
Putting on your wall.
Yeah, doing that. I always gonna have financial goals. I want to be rich tomorrow, every day.
Yeah.
Like,
true. Do you think it's important for tattoo artists to have like to have a focus on the financial side? 'Cause I feel like sometimes some artists are like, if you focus on
I'm not
trying to make money,
artist.
You're right.
Yeah.
Say that, man. Like,
so you think it's okay to be a tattoo artist and still be focusing on like being successful financially?
Even when I got in,
even though I want to be like creative, I still like I just said, I want to be rich tomorrow.
Right.
So
at the end of the day, this is our career, right?
Everybody know I want that $1 million briefcase, so I never hit that.
Buy crypto.
Yeah.
No, hey, I mean, but I want that.
Ethereum, Bitcoin.
All that. Nobody comes after me.
Okay, but no, that's dope. So, do you have like a weekly goal, like how much I need to make this week?
Oh yeah,
minimum. Like
yeah, I definitely do. Cause the way how I looked at it for 2033, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do one more year, this is me going into my third year tattooing, where I was kind of like, all right, once this year comes, I'm just gonna start working on my creativity. We're gonna start making designs and stuff like that. Cause now I just want to just elevate some stuff. Like money's not a problem. So right now, because I already prepared for
it. Get $20 now.
Right now, man. See, y'all don't want to share with me. Y'all want to share with me.
Hey, wait! I gave you the $20 already.
Lunches on Bryson.
But I gave you a little interest back, man. I know you saw that on your table.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
But yeah,
you treat me right, I do you better, man.
So do y'all think like it's a benefit to having like that structured goal?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mindset.
Yeah, most definitely.
I definitely like for me personally, like I tell people like how I operate might be a little bit like OCD to some people, but for me like that's how I just stay like organized with everything. Like I separate like all right. First of all, I budget right. I figure out budget down to every week, like what I need to make every week, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This covers like the shop expenses, personal bill expenses, investing, saving, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So once I figure that number out, that's the number I need to make every week.
Yeah.
And for me, like how I even set my appointments up, it's like when I'm doing my bookings, I make sure like my appointments line up that week to where I'm hitting that number.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I have like an appointment that's like kind of smaller, not making this much money, on a certain week, I'm trying to put like a full day session next to it where I'm making more money so I can kind of balance out.
And then also try not to tire yourself out.
Yeah, that too, and it helps. Yeah, just
booking full days back to back is.
Yeah,
I did that 3 weeks ago, and I was out.
Nah, it definitely burnt
that was a mistake on my end. I was like, God, damn.
What about you, Tino? How do you like to? Do you have like a set schedule you like to follow now, or a set structure, like, or you still kind of just like?
So at the moment this year,
I was that paper calendar. You still write stuff down?
I try, but nah. Lately, like I try to book up, a month or 2 months in advance.
Okay.
I don't know what they're getting. I just
do you close your books at all, or you just keep it open?
I keep it open, but it's like I'm
selective about it.
It's kind of selective. I'm better like getting back to people, replying.
I feel you. That's a goal for 2020.
Yeah. I have to work on that. Trying to be a little more like Theo, a little more organized. But yeah, this year I was just the way it worked is like people DM me, and sometimes friends of people I've tattooed just hit me up, and then it just be random. If I see that I have space next week. Because I always leave 2-3 days out the week, when I book, just for people like that. Because some people are ready tomorrow, to get tattooed, and they'll pay me a good buck. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
shit, let's do it.
Any vacation plans next year that you looking forward
Vacation. Yeah, I'd really want to do more vacation. I love the beach, so definitely go to the beach a few times.
to? Yeah, I think you went 3 times this year.
What do you mean? Why are you counting my vacation?
Talk your side story, bro.
Do that, Bryson. Nah, but yeah, definitely trying to be a little more on point with like scheduling and like, money wise, I make enough to, not have to.
Comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. Yeah, and I'm trying to do more of that. Not worried
I
about.
could definitely say like I think you even made a post like recently like you just like hey this is how I'm trying to grow even with like your creativity and finances for like future developments that you're gonna be doing.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like, and then I got, I got friends with money too. That if we want to open something up, it's like
Oh.
we got people. We have that. We just need the right people.
Okay.
Artists, because not every artist is on point and wants it like the way we want it. We've been doing this for so many years,
Right.
and not everyone, the new artists think like they'll get there in like a month, and nah, it's just
Nah.
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, trying to be more on point with my scheduling, replying, like I said, money wise, like I don't keep track of it. I'm going to do that next year though,
Okay.
because I just got, closed the old shop,
Yeah.
so that got me, off of that hook. Now,
Now you got clear focus now. Like you
Yeah.
can just like focus on one.
yes,
And
and more,
definitely
come down with like tattooing too much, and then chilling more with my son, raising my son,
Yeah.
and me time too,
Yeah.
and the
Ah.
gym too. Yeah,
So you
Yeah.
that's good. Like definitely gotta have like that
Balance.
balance.
Like 315 like Theo, man. 315.
No, don't listen. Like 230 at most.
I seen that 250.
Maybe, man. I'm like,
You got it on record. What do you mean?
I don't big dog. But I definitely that's something I gotta do better too. Is like balancing, like I said, the personal life and work life. Like
yeah,
I definitely take more vacations. Like this past year since my son's only like one, he's a baby still. I ain't traveling. We did a little traveling, but traveling with a baby is hard, man.
Yeah,
It's
very hard, bro.
So I was like, yeah, we went to Tennessee for a little bit, and but it was cool. Other than that, like this next year, I definitely want like to. Now he's getting older. Soon he'll be walking and talking. So
Yeah.
I'd love to do more experiences.
Oh, yeah,
but,
I'm definitely gonna do more sports events like
yeah.
football, soccer.
Yeah, you gotta have like your
I'm trying to get into
outlet.
baseball, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Baseball.
Like what about you, Tez? Like what kind of outlets or what's some goals you got outside of tattooing that you want to just accomplish?
Just travel the country, honestly. Get out of the U.S. I haven't did that yet. Got my passport.
Oh, yeah.
Just collecting dust.
All right, yeah, bro. Shit, 2024 then, man. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah, we
that
should
up.
do a convention. Have you seen the London conventions, bro?
That's a goal. That's
yeah,
definitely a
I
long
definitely
term
wanna
goal.
go.
Bro, we
I
should.
want to do
Yeah.
like once you do so many conventions in the U.S. is like you get kind of burnt out on like a lot of them kind of the same.
Yeah,
It's like now it's
that's
like
why I
all
don't do them like that.
Yeah.
But London though. Or
Yeah, them Europeans and Asia and
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
I
that
feel like
South
I've been
America.
having more fun at seminars versus
Yeah.
convention.
Yeah, convention's more like it's like a job now. I mean, it's like all right, we got to
You gotta grab stuff. Like even Christian, like I love doing color, but Christian did be like, man, you gotta carry all this color. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry my dynamic.
True,
Put it in the
true.
bag.
buy some
Yo.
colors there.
Like, if they want color, I buy it there.
Yeah.
True.
No,
Yeah.
fuck it. Like, but nah, that's what's up, man. I definitely think like y'all got good mindsets going into next year, like or just in general. Like, I guess what other things like how? Well, I guess actually I did want to say like from like shop owner to shop owner. I think like doing like your like having the money like all right, counting up what your shop did
Mhm.
that month and breaking it down to each artist too. That way you can know like what months were good, what months were slow. Because I do that too, and I send the guys, everybody here at the shop, their numbers too, so they can kind of keep track of it. And yeah, I think it helps. Like, it kind of gives you an idea. Like,
Whether you did it or not, I keep in track of mine, but it's always to have another second eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To also
It prepares you that way. If you know a slow month is coming, you like prepare with cool designs, or
Right.
you gotta draw more.
as a tattoo artist, you should know like
I definitely say
what
the second
money
week.
you're making. Yeah, you
Second
should.
week in the month.
Yeah.
You should know like how
Yeah.
this is about to play out.
Yep.
Yeah, because
I also look at like everybody wants the weekend,
Yep.
but can I fill somebody in on the middle of a weekday, even on their work day?
True.
Yeah.
yeah,
True. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm trying to like convince people, because I don't want to do weekends no more.
you
I
still
don't
doing
wanna-
weekends?
Nah, but I mean,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
but that's
Don't brag
people.
about it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying, man, Tino,
But that's
you
the first
definitely,
thing
yeah.
they ask for though. That's
Yeah.
like
I mean,
Saturdays.
shit, but you got the reputation and the
PTO.
Yeah,
enough
luckily,
for you to be
yeah.
like, hey man, like I work
Luckily, yeah,
weekdays
they've
and
been,
you know.
taking days off, and
Yeah.
it kind of should, bro. It's like
Yeah, if
something
you-
permanent. You're
right,
gonna
you
have
spend
it
all
on-
this money, you take
Yeah.
like
You can't take a day off.
go take
you
a day
know.
off. Like you booked it.
I got
a month ahead of
clients,
time
luckily, they
anyway.
take 2 days off because it's like,
Ooh,
I'll rest the
okay.
next day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
smart.
did have something like that. Some people do like their
Yeah, they-
vacation.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
say about a good
true.
60% of mine to do that. They'll
Yeah.
take the day off or take the next.
No, I mean,
Yo,
it's-
yo.
like tattoos, you should plan on. It shouldn't be just like I'm gonna get it when it's convenient for me. Like, nah, like you should really plan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless it's something small, you know.
I mean, yeah, if it's a little
like, you trying
walk-in
to get
banger,
a big old 6, 7, 8
oh,
hour
it's half
tat.
sleeve, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
plan it out
come on, man.
better.
Most disrespectful thing I could do: tattoo you while I'm tired.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
gotta do it at first. Though. You have to do it at first. You tired, hungover, hungry,
You
do
do
the
the
work.
hungover. I don't drink, so
So,
heartbroken, whatever, bro. You just got a tattoo if you have to.
crown their tattoos, keep it lubricated.
All right, so like you talking about goals, right? So let's talk like long term, right? Like what are your like exit plans out of tattooing? Like how long do you want to tattoo for? Like what realistically
I
can we do?
definitely thought about
Yeah.
something like this. When I snapped my knees, one of the nurses, I don't think I ever told you this story, Tino. The nurse that was taking care of me, she was tattooing for 13 years, and she became a nurse. And
Hey,
probably tattoo artists don't know this. We have the flexibility and the time and the finances to either go to school or take courses to learn stuff and learn trades and
on the
stuff like
side,
that.
yo.
Do something different.
But to
Yep.
do something different. So even with tattooing, I done already thought like whatever courses I have to take, like I've been told like cybersecurity. I ain't gonna lie. I always tell people I want to make a lot of money just sitting on my ass, man. Like
I know, bro.
I've always kept it real.
I
Like
know, I know people that make bread and what
Yeah.
they do is like fly drones as security.
Yeah,
just
that's
from
it,
their
like-
house, and they get paid good.
then I can still be an artist and be creative. Like
Yeah.
like I said, like 45.
Tattooing,
like-
check the drone real quick.
Yeah.
Tattooing.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I definitely want to be done full time tattooing. If I could do it by like in my 40s at some point, early 40s,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
dope. But maybe mid 40s, I don't know.
True.
But then still, of course, like tattoo here and there. But
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
investments growing and maybe hopefully,
It's like you don't have to tattoo, but you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I say about saying like around 45 ish. It's like I only want to be doing like full day, probably like 2 days out the week sessions.
so do y'all save money then, like for the long term, like
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely save, and then like Bryson said, learn another trade
Yeah.
that eventually you can, get that running, and that brings you in income
I
too.
always said my goal in life is to at least own 3 businesses, something to do with art, dancing, and something with a gym. Like,
Dope.
but if push come to shove, I'm smart. Like, shoot, I know what to do.
Dope.
Yeah. All right, so that's definitely a good discussion, man. On like getting our mindset right for going into the new year. So yeah, if y'all are tattoo artists, man, you don't really have any like set structures or goals, man. I definitely think it could help benefit you in the long run, man. It's just so yeah, take the time, go into this new year, really look at yourself and see what things you can improve on and what are some goals that you want to meet so you can stay on track to hit those goals, right? But now let's go to our favorite part of the episodes. We're just gonna answer people's questions. Whether it's tattoo artists or clients. So this first one I got lined up. This is a pretty good one. This is from an artist. He asks, how do you properly gauge the time frame of a piece?
Hey man, I be wrong all the time.
I was gonna say,
Hey, I'm gonna let you know right now.
I
I
just
learned that-
guess, and I be like, I could be wrong, I could be right, could be more time, it could be less.
If
But
you
we
know,
here
you
for the
know.
ride though.
I've been telling my clients whenever they ask me, I'd be like, okay, it'll be from 8 hours to 14 hours. So
Damn.
it could be.
Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't
Do
wrong.
you charge like hourly or do half day, full day sessions? How do you do it?
I'll do hourly, and that's why I say from this time to this time now, because it's like, because once we get there, lately I've been doing, the designs once they get there, because it's better communication.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, like, all right, look, do you want this to be very detailed or do you want this to be okay? You know, not as much detail.
Okay.
It's with detail that
Yeah.
takes time. And now, luckily, I have examples to show them because they don't believe it till I show them. Like, look, this took 14 hours. Yeah, it's just a forearm, but look and zoom in there and you see all the details. And then that kind of, helps them understand. So they could be like, all right, no, make it work in 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I would be like, all right, then fuck all this detail then.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a great way. Like give them options because
Yeah.
people got to understand like the better you want your tattoo to look, it's gonna take more time.
The longer it should
So
I tell my clients 9+ out. Like I know I probably won't be there for 14, but I definitely say 9+.
But
So if I am there
imagine,
for 12,
imagine you had the chance though to be there
Yeah.
for like what's his name, David Vega. He takes like 12 hours and
Yeah.
pieces that are like this.
yeah, 10.
But that's why they look the way they look.
no, exactly.
I
Yeah,
don't rush either.
yeah,
Don't
nah,
rush. Don't rush.
no rush. Usually, to be honest, like yeah, it's hard to give like an exact time frame, but you kind of, in general, you should know like, all right, this is gonna at least take me this amount of hours, right? Like if you know if it's a half sleeve,
I feel like
Usually,
you pick up
yeah.
the time once you like actually creating your design and get to the stencil
that's
part.
your stencil should tell you like if your stencil takes a long ass time, it means it's gonna take a long ass time to
I just say
tattoo.
when I
Right?
do color, just when I say 9+, just
Yeah, color.
whatever happens after
Just
that,
know
like,
color is always gonna take. Well, color
Color
should
takes
take
way
longer,
longer,
right?
yeah.
If you rushing through color, then it probably don't look good.
Yeah.
Nope. But yeah, I like to do like half day, full day sessions, and usually so I just count a full day at 6 hours. So once you reach 6 hours, that's now I'm charging that full day rate. But honestly, most of the time I tell somebody it's a full day session, but it might take me 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? 9 hours, but I don't want to charge them extra as long as we finish in that same day. Just because like
portfolio piece.
yeah, because usually I'm having fun with it. I want to make sure it's dope. But
Got the Atlanta House playing in the background. Like,
yeah, you know, but basically, yeah, just give them a nice time frame, but don't like lie to them. Don't be like, yeah, it's gonna be a 4 hour session. You know damn well it's gonna take you like 8 hours. Like, come on, like you should have no better than that.
I tattooed this girl. She went to Cali, right? And the artist, it was at Jenga Studio. She got tattooed. The artist told her it was gonna take 5 hours, right? And so it took like 15 hours. The girl flew over there, so she had to like. Luckily for her, it was a set price. But I'm like, how you go from 5 hours to 15 hours?
That's crazy. Did it look good?
It looked really fucking good.
Oh shit, hey,
It looked really good. Not gonna lie.
15 hours. You know that shit's gonna look nice.
Yeah. But imagine you're like, oh, like 5 hours.
Right.
10 hours in, and you're like, all right, we got 5 hours left.
got 30 minutes. My 30 minutes mean an hour.
Mine mean like 3 hours.
Yeah, my 30 minutes.
Yo.
All right, bet. So, all right, let's go to the next question. What type of clients do you decline? Do you have to tattoo someone just because they want to spend money?
No, all money ain't good money.
That's a great quote.
I have even talked to Theo. Like, I don't go behind Theo's back when I turn down like money that can also come into the shop. I'll be like, hey man, I really feel like we shouldn't take this. I mean, it was this one client, she called and she was just sounding weird. Like, I don't know what she was going through mentally, but I was just like, I feel like if we take her, anything I do, it might go wrong. So I'm not finna risk this. It's like she's already coming in with some emotions that we haven't even did.
True.
And be emotionally stable when you get tattooed. You're already about to get stabbed. So
Yeah.
True.
So do you know, Lartez, do y'all have times where it's like, you know, you're going through the email or the DM, and you're like, nah, I'm not going to take this one just because it's whether you feel like they're gonna either nitpick the piece to death or and like just not be happy with it, or you could tell that they're just gonna give you just like whether it's or that or they just don't want to get the piece that you know you have in mind. Like it's like they don't want to go with your
Suggestion.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've run into that a couple of times. I'll try my best to see if we can see eye to eye. If not, especially if it's over email, I'll try to see if I can get them into the shop, see if the in-person interaction will like change something. But if not, then sometimes you just have to be like, I don't think I'm the artist for this piece, or you try to give them like
So
a suggestion to somebody else that might be
right.
able to.
You turn them down in a nice professional way. So,
Yeah,
like, you don't just
like,
like
look, I might not could do it,
Explain
but
it,
let's
yeah.
Hey, look, I
let's
just
talk to one of my other artists. Maybe they could think about this a little
Yeah.
bit different than I can. So
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely great.
I personally haven't had one in like that in a minute. The ones that I can remember, luckily everyone's chill. They get the vibe
That's good.
because my clients, I tell my clients, if you, only send me cool people my way, and
Yeah.
Right. So you want them to
Clients got asshole
filter who
friends.
they
yeah,
tell-
because they're already seeing the work, off the bat. If they ask my clients how long that took, and my client says 20 hours, they should know what
Yeah.
they're getting into.
Yeah.
No, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so luckily, yeah, I haven't had one like that. One of the ones I remember is when I was working here at Golden Anchor, and this guy was upset. He wrote a bad review, and I forgot why it was. Oh, it was a cover up, and I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work. He's like, make it work, and then
Make
he
it
wrote
work,
a bad
aight.
review. And then in the end, he was like, "Come on, let's make it work." I'm like, "Bro, you just wrote a bad review. We went."
Oh, I
through all
remember
this."
that one. Yeah,
I'm like, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to
Like, bro,
sit
you
here
got
for
some balls.
12
Yeah,
hours.
he had the audacity to still want to get tattooed
Yeah,
after.
and I'm
he-
like, I don't even
Nah,
want to sit next to
Right,
you
bro,
for
like,
14 hours, bro.
Once you leave that review, like, don't come back to the shop
Yeah,
until you
bro.
like,
Know who you are.
right, like, nah, it's done. Like, we're not messing with you like that no more.
It's over.
But
Like a
yeah, you
blacklist,
definitely
yeah.
just because they want to spend money, like, no, like, of course we have to compromise as artists, but at the same time, like, if they're doing it in a disrespectful manner,
Yeah.
or they just don't respect your process or your expertise in the field,
Yo,
then nah, like, don't waste your time because
And I'm a patient
Yeah.
person.
yeah.
not all money is good money.
Real patient.
Shit, there's definitely times where I've been tattooing where I'm like, fuck the money, man. Like, I just want to stop this and like get this person out of my chair. So
How you do it, Theo?
yeah.
Hey, sign your name right here.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
All right, bro.
I'm still get that payment first. But yeah, all right. So next question, this is a cool one too. So should deposits count towards tattoos or is it a booking fee? Like pros and
Count
cons
towards
of this new
tattoos, in
gen
my
nonsense.
opinion.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I guess you're referring to right, like
you do it how you
Yeah.
want, man. But
Yeah.
for me, I can speak for me only. I don't tell nobody how to make their money. My deposit does go towards the tattoo. If that client is comfortable to read the guidelines and stuff, that's on the artist and the client, whoever set that appointment.
How much is your deposit, Bryson?
Oh, just 100.
100. How much is your deposit?
I do 100 still.
100. Yeah, I was
I'm
doing
150.
100. What'd you do?
150.
150. Right now, I do 100. Sometimes 50. Sometimes
If it's
Client.
If it's like a
if it's a
cheap
shop
tattoo,
minimum
yeah.
100, I'll do 50. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it.
I don't want the
I kinda wanna
whole
leave
money.
something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got clients that I just don't ask them for the deposit.
Oh, well, we all
they'll
know.
book
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I was gonna say
That's
pretty
your
much what
OG.
Bryson said. If it's like walk-in wise, I don't even take deposits. Just show up. If you don't, you don't get the
Yeah.
tattoo. Obviously.
Mhm.
Take that bump.
But yeah, the deposit should go towards the
If
tattoo.
it's tomorrow, I won't take it.
Yeah.
I'll say
I'm saying like it's a name or something. It's like, all right, show up at 2, but if you
Yeah.
don't, I'm not hurting about it. Like,
yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like, deposits should count towards the actual tattoo fee. Like, I guess like some artists now charge like a drawing fee. I guess like it's $100, but this goes towards my drawing. Not that.
Sometimes that
Eating
makes
seminar.
sense though. Sometimes that makes sense when you're like, imagine you
Whoa.
spend like 3 hours preparing a design.
Yeah, I mean,
That's when I'm
sometimes-
like, ugh.
Sometimes you do, and then you take the gamble. Like, and then they don't like it. And you gotta change everything. That does suck. But I would say that's why I like to show my designs on the day of. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I'm not gonna let you show it
Yeah.
to 50 other friends that don't know anything about
Let's be
tattooing and nitpick it to death. Like,
I understand if it wasn't working for us. We've been efficient for,
Yeah.
like, for me, 3, you're 9, 10,
Mhm.
7, 8.
something like that.
Yeah, like, we'll know what, we're capable to know what's not working. We'll change it up.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
but like I say, if we have one bad client out of 50, I'm okay with that. But if I have probably 10 bad clients out of 50,
It's like, all right,
I'm
what's the
doing
problem?
Yeah.
True.
yeah, no, it's like I
You're
said,
the problem.
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta say that.
look yourself in the mirror sometimes, man. All right, so next question: when is the right time to open a shop?
Well,
For me,
When you feel ready.
Yeah, when you feel ready.
I don't know. I was gonna say that's kind of.
Okay. Well, when
kind
you
of a mix up though.
when your pockets are ready.
I would say I'm more of a calculated risk kind of guy. I have to look at all the scenarios.
When you have the right
like,
team.
The more research I do, the more I'll be prepared for it.
Right.
Like I always say, you look at the worst case scenario, but the worst case scenario for me is to at least break even. It's like for me, but if not, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I just don't go. For me, I don't go based off emotion. I kind of go based off statistics. That's just how I'm wired. Like sometimes I'll be like, how I don't never really. I'm not the type of person to say I feel. Like no, I'm more like, how can this be productive? How can this be innovative? How can this just at least have a good stabilization? That's how I like to move. So for me, number one, don't bank off somebody else's pockets. I can at least start to say, oh, if I wanted to open it on my own, I could. The desired game plan that I've seen in many different atmospheres of conventions, like, okay, I wouldn't hire that type of artist. I've seen many stereotypes of this artist right here. Or what am I trying to present that's new or developing in the industry that I'm going to start working in? So that's how I look at stuff like that.
Yeah. I definitely agree with what she said. Basically, to me, like, I don't think like it should be just like I feel like I'm ready. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like you need to know exactly like all factors. Like you said, like first of all, you should be if you open a shop, you should be able to pay. Like if you have nobody else at that shop, you should be able to keep it open by yourself.
Yeah,
that's rule number one. If you open a shop and you're like you're banking on like, all right, I'm gonna bring in 3 artists and they're gonna generate this amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't bank on that because it's not gonna happen how you think. I promise you. Like when you first open these shops, this is not gonna just be booming. People ain't just gonna be walking in the door every day just because you popped up right there. There's already 100,000 other shops out here, right? Yeah. So, your shop is not gonna be special right out the gates.
Right.
Just being real, like you gotta make it special.
Yeah.
And that takes time. But yeah. That you need to have a good skill level too. Like you don't need to be like amazing or perfect. I'm honestly I wasn't like the best artist when I opened my shop. Like I said, but I was a decent enough level, and then I was willing to grow and learn still, and I wanted to bring artists around me that were better than me, so I could grow. I feel like a lot of times tattoo shop owners or people who want to open
it.
Yeah, they just
want
open
check mark.
And they just grab whatever like trash artist they could find because
Mm.
they need a spot in the shop, and then nobody's growing. Like, because if the owner of the shop is the best artist and he's not that good, she's not that good, and then they got artists worse than them at that shop, it's not gonna grow. It's not gonna be a formula for success.
It's pretty much just complacent.
Yeah.
At that point.
So don't look at it as like, oh, like, well, I got enough money to open the shop, like that too, because like anybody could just open up a shop now.
Well,
but
I'm
like
more like speaking on like running it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the opening shop is impressive, but it's not. To me, what's more impressive is keeping that bitch open. Right?
How many years you think you gotta have under your belt to open up your shop?
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I opened my shop up kind of early, like in my tattoo career. I'll say I had like 4 or 5 years of experience.
Did you feel like you were ready back then?
To be honest, not fully. No, like,
you didn't feel ready. You still did it.
Hey, I did it because I felt I was ready on the business side of it, not the tattoo side of it. Right? I would say like I felt like I was I've always been kind of business minded, and I knew how to like run certain things a certain way because I worked with other shops and other businesses and saw like the good and the bad, and so I took that, and then I was willing to continue to learn on that too, but I knew my tattoo skill level needed to be up better though. So
like
that's good. I was the opposite. I felt like, not that I thought I was good, but I felt like my skills were straight. I just didn't have the
business side of it.
Business side, yep.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're still opening up a business.
Yeah. Well, at first, my first one was a private studio after here, and that wasn't. You can't compare that to a tattoo shop because I thought, okay, so opening up a tattoo shop was harder than I thought. But it wasn't as it wasn't too fucking hard either. It wasn't that bad.
I definitely bank off like what you add on to what you were saying, Theo. The other side of that is the actual mindset and how you deal with other people. Because you and Tino, y'all deal with people pretty much on the same level.
Mhm.
So I definitely would say that. As far as owning, you
Nah.
should keep that in consideration.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. Like you should be a good leader first, like more than anything. Like, meaning like not meaning like you yeah you could lead by being a good artist, but it's also certain things you need to know how to like listen to your artists and take feedback and make your artists feel comfortable in like a
Yeah.
place they want to like make home, and grow.
It's
True.
not gonna be like at the end of the day. That's really how I see it. Just have the business afloat.
Yeah, I would probably.
I'm not gonna be a tyrant, kind of like just be like, oh, this way or the highway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do what works.
right.
Yeah, you probably don't think of it like conscious on a conscious level, but you probably think of it like what I work for myself.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a lot of times where I was like, you know, I might have like treated a situation a certain way, and then I look back on it, it's like, damn, you know what, I kind of like acted, you know what, that wasn't the best reaction. Like and then you have to admit when you're wrong as an owner too. A lot of owners don't want to do that.
A lot of people see us take photos and laugh on camera. We did have some arguments.
Oh yeah. It's not trust. It's like a relationship. You're gonna have your ups and downs. Like so.
But we definitely keep open communication. Like
Yeah. Nah, that's key. Like so yeah. So don't just rush into opening a shop just because you got some money and you think you're ready. Like
True, you got
it's so many factors.
like I say, I look at it all, man.
Yeah.
Just because somebody say, "Hey, man, this is."
So
did you check this area? Did you check this section?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this next question is kind of like I guess add on to that last one, but he also asks, how do you go about picking out the artists for your shop?
How do you do that, Theo?
I'm gonna be honest. Like some people could just tell you off the bat what they want, and this is gonna be trial and error. If you just tell me that, man, it's definitely gonna be trial.
In the beginning, it definitely is trial and error. But now that I've been in the game as an owner for a minute, I'm very selective. I mean, I was selective from the jump too, but like now I know like certain red flags in artists, right?
Yeah,
like, but
I definitely
like
I could have been like just like this to Theo, and then all of a sudden, hey man, I ain't trying to do this shit, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, people do change. Like I guess like they'll be a certain way in the beginning and then change later on, but certain things are gonna be outside of your hands. Yeah, but it's like I would say for me the most important things I'll look in artists when hiring for a shop is like work ethic. Like to me, your skill level doesn't have to be amazing, but you have to be open to like learning, right? So like we can make you better, but it's like if you think
you can make us better,
but if you think you already know everything, or you're just not receptive to making changes to your techniques and your how you do things, on like even on a professional level, then I can't work with you. So it's like
I definitely think we're smart enough. Like when people come in here, we kind of be like, all right, this is the vibe I get. For me, it's the customer service. How you talk to people.
Yeah, customer service is big. Like, yeah, if you don't have any like customer service skills,
you can't be a good person. In general. Like
if you have a lot of drama, like
how you vibe with the other
artists. That's huge. Like
you gotta get along with them.
Yeah, if you bring drama and like you're always like, if you have a bad day outside the shop and you bring it into the shop, like that's a no good. Like I don't
bring your outside life in here.
When we in here, like whatever's going on outside, like we gotta leave that outside. Like of course, like if you want to have like a personal talk with the homies at the shop, feel free. But like, don't come in like and then just treat your client like
as it affect your business.
I came in my outside the shop has been bad, but if anything, I'm just quiet. I'm just like, I'm just not talking today. Like I'll be respectful. That's the thing. At the end of the day, be respectful.
Yeah.
Like I ain't saying be joyful, but be respectful. And if you're already in an industry that's 18 plus, so it's an adult industry, so you got common sense.
What about you, Tino? How do you pick your artists?
You guys basically, touched good points. I would say let them first. One thing we started doing right now, because we have this one artist that tried to come in with us. I had him tattoo right there in front of us. Tattoo someone he knows.
Mm-hmm.
As he was tattooing, the other artists would come and ask him questions, get to know him, and then go off his vibes. His like you said, they're willing to learn. And they mentioned that, they want to keep growing. So based on that and just them getting along with everybody else, I personally haven't had new artists yet. because everyone has been under me, apprentices.
So what do you look for as an apprentice then, I guess?
Well, now is like now I'm being more selective. I used to let everybody, whoever wanted to be, it ends up it shouldn't be like that, because not everyone has the right intentions and drive too.
Yeah,
but
right.
intentions and drive.
Yeah.
Some people just want to like get the jewels, the good information and get out.
Oh,
And-
Try to go make money quick.
Yeah, but they don't know that it's not gonna work
Nah.
because there's a lot to learn, and you learn that with years
Right.
being next to
Yeah,
artists.
you got to be around people better than you.
Yeah, and it takes time. You're not gonna learn it in 3 months or 6 months, So definitely,
I like the intention part though.
yeah. You gotta have good intentions, and you gotta be a good person too, and good customer service, like you said.
Yeah, no, it's simple, man. It's not about all about the skill level. It's more like, can they make your team stronger as a whole? Like,
exactly.
That's how I look at it more as a team.
Damn.
We're not even open.
Bryson, run that tattoo, Bryson. What should be a piercing?
Hey, we still open even on the last day of the New Year's, people.
all right, so yeah, next question. So this one, if y'all don't understand the wording, let me know. But when it comes down to creativity, what things do you guys take into consideration when making something that's already created, like your own idea? So basically, like, I guess when someone comes and they want a tattoo that's like already someone else's tattoo,
Yeah.
like how do we like approach it and create
So
a
the
custom
best
piece
way
from it?
I approach it is when I see the design, I give you two scenarios. Like one, if the tattoo artist down the street, go to them. Especially if it's a specific,
Like a local artist, yeah.
like a local artist or a specific design that don't have that type of niche in.
Yeah, it's like a
then
certain
I
style.
give it to
yeah.
them. But if they come to me, I just keep it open. Like, what in this tattoo is the focal point that's more important for you?
Mhm.
And they'll usually say it's really this section. Like, let's just say Tupac.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. What album did you like for Tupac? And they'll say something like this. Well, why don't you implement it in this versus this? And they say, oh, I can still do the same
Same like
idea, subject
concept,
matter.
yeah.
Yeah. But I do tell them, and sometimes just keep it up front. Hey, I don't like to copy people's work, but then that's when you, just like you said, you're stepping away from your creativity, that's not what you want to do, because then you start making it a business move. You still want to, show them that, hey, I can be creative as well. So, what I like to ask my clients, if they say that, what about this a tattoo that's the super main focal point that makes you say, this is what makes me like it?
I pretty much, I don't really ask, because usually if they show me an image, especially if they got like 2 or 3 images, I'll see what's the thing that's alike in those images, the constant. It's like, okay, so obviously this is the thing that you like about this image. So I'll try to make that my main focus, and then I'll ask if there's some like specific else that they want about it. But other than that, I kind of like gear the design around that element. So
yeah, it makes sense.
If it's a dragon or something like that, of
Right.
course I'm gonna probably have like some clouds or some, it's
You're gonna draw it in your own way. Like, no, I'm similar to that. What about you, Tino?
Okay, so depending on what they show me and what they want, because it's different styles, Japanese and then there's black and gray. Black and gray, you just gotta grab images and put them together. So if that's the case, if it's a lion, with a cross, and Jesus,
if it's something common, then like there's only 5 lines out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, there's a lot, but you want to like switch. If there's one line,
use the AI for that.
Try to use a different line. Yeah. Another thing I do, it's gonna sound crazy, but just like design that thing up, with them right there on the spot. That way it's like boom, it's on the spot. It's gonna be creative. There's no way you can replicate that again, because it's gonna be a different person. And then the arm or the area is going on, so just think on the spot right there, and then just move things around. I usually cut out each subject and move it around their arm, see where it'll fit better. Then
where do your inspirations come from when you put stuff together? Like research on the internet, photos? You take your own photos?
No, mostly the internet. Yeah, just because
like you look for references that are different than the others in USA though.
For sure, yeah. I always try to make it different. Just like, let's say, if it's a Jesus on the cross and a lion, that's out there a lot, I change up, the Jesus and the lions
Yeah.
and, move it however I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually, and then makeup. There's another thing I do sometimes. Like I won't look at the reference and just tattoo it without the reference.
Oh,
so that
yeah, I know
know
what you're
it
saying.
creates something.
This is coming from my brain,
Yeah.
like, so
Yep,
it's
yep,
only
yep.
like
Exactly.
you're only going to get this one time.
Yup.
Type deal.
Yep.
No, that's definitely a dope idea. The way to do it. I'm pretty similar. Like, yeah, I'd like to. They send a certain reference, then like I said, I see the common theme, and then I try to find like better references if I can. If it's like that one specific reference, like if it's realism, like you said,
True.
and
Portrait.
there's only like one good picture of this thing, then of course I'll probably have to do the same portrait. But
Yeah.
if it's something like custom, like Japanese or anime or something, and I like, all right, if like I want to find my own references, tweak them how I want to tweak them, draw up whatever I want to draw up, and then like I said, I give them a similar concept. Like, all right, like if you want whatever, like let's say a dragon, Japanese style dragon, but the head is like the focal point, then that's what I'm gonna focus on. Like I'm gonna do a Japanese dragon. It may not be the same exact position,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna be that same style, same focal point, same major concept. But yeah, I mean, if only time I would say like I'm gonna just do straight up copy one for one. If it's like a basic like Pinterest tattoo, like something like simple oh, you can't even really switch it up. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like like
The
the
little swirly one.
yeah, the that or look
And a skyline.
yeah,
You can't really
the
switch.
G
Let us switch
greaters,
it up.
then
New York.
peaks and
Yeah, New
stuff
York.
like that. Like all
Yeah,
right,
New York, cut.
like yeah, I'm just gonna give you straight up and make it easy. But any big type custom type piece, yeah, I tell them I'm gonna give them same concept, but it's gonna be my like version of it. So that way you're getting a custom design and keep respect to the
I think
original
some
artist.
artists just be like, yeah, I could do that, and then they never really gave them further detail.
Yeah, that's what a lot of artists don't even like try. They just literally print out that tattoo, trace that tattoo, and then like
That's what. Yeah, I remember. I've had a few. There's one thing we can't get mad about is like I've designed something for this person, and they'll be like, "Oh, can you change this, that, and this?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, of course." Artists don't do that. Some artists are like, "No, you gotta have it just like this." But you gotta remember, it's their tattoo, and it's gonna be on there forever.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even crazy. It's just like move this flower up here and this.
Yeah.
My job is to always every client that came into the shop. My main thing I always tell them, my job is to tell you if it's a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's
suggest
it.
something better. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do one more question, or one last question for this episode.
2023, man.
Yeah, for 2023.
God,
All right. This is from Noah. Shout out to Noah.
No, like
yeah. Leg sleeve. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. What's your favorite project that you worked on? So I know he asked because me personally, I hate kind of answering this question. And just in general, I guess.
No, I don't have a favorite.
Yeah, it's like
it's hard because
all my future projects is my favorite.
I was gonna say every project I've done is my favorite. Like
actually,
for real.
But I have said all the tattoos I've done this year, it definitely has some good stories behind it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The client outweighs my tattoos.
Yeah,
Man.
I'll
Like,
say yeah.
When they come in, I'm like, oh, it's gonna.
When
be
you have a good experience with the client, like
Yeah.
that's to me that's the most lasting thing. Like when you spend 8 hours, 10 hours, or if it's a multi-session kind of thing, like get to know that client over the sessions.
Just kicking it pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
I was just gonna say of course I have I love all the pieces I do and like Noah's his leg sleeve was of course it's definitely one of my favorites, but it ain't like I can't just say this outright my favorite. Like I did like a Neon Genesis Evangelion back piece over the last couple years in
Japan, like
yeah,
the whole time he was in, watching anime.
Just getting to know him and like
Him
all the same interests. Yeah, him and his wife, and then just going through that experience over those hours, man, was cool. Like
she went. I think one time when y'all was tattooing, she was at Anime Econ, and he just stayed here just to get his.
No, well, he went to Anime Econ.
Oh, he went to Anime Econ. Okay.
Yeah, entered the piece for me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it video game?
I think it.
Actually, no, it was a video. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, one of those. But no. So to me, like my favorite pieces are the ones I have like really good experience, like fun times tattooing in person. But yeah, so I'm looking at going to 2024 and doing some more dope pieces, and like Ted said, like I'm sure I'll have new experiences to be like, all right, that was dope,
Yeah.
So, But yeah, so 2023, man, it's been a wild ride.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, roller
He
coaster.
almost kicked the person in front of him at the award ceremony.
I ain't kicking no. What you talking
I
about?
said, look, hey man, that little leg. See that video?
You was running fast in that, man.
No, I was hot.
Yeah, man. A lot of good things and bad things. So like you open with One Love was open this year, right? In 2020, or was it last year?
No, this year, June.
Yeah, so that's shit.
3.
Drop the
That's a great
location,
thing,
Tino.
man. Yeah, go ahead, plug it in there, man.
Douglasville. What is it? 62, 62.
My boy don't know
my
his
Lord.
ass.
Just Google it.
2562.
One Love
2562
Tattoo.
Auburn Road, Douglasville, Georgia, 30135.
Dang.
B10.
Sir, man. Great artist there, man. So you in Douglasville, yeah, I got a shop to go to
Yes, sir.
right down the street.
Cool environment, chill. Good vibes only, though. Good vibes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
good
good
vibes.
vibes.
Good vibes on.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
It's in the name, yeah.
Green
One
vibe.
love, bro.
No, it's one love.
One love.
It was one love.
Yeah. So other than that, I got anything for 2024?
Yo said he's gonna watch One Piece.
I ain't say I was gonna watch it.
No.
I said I'll read some of it.
Are you gonna read it?
Some of it, yeah.
He told me to put it in the podcast, so we put a stamp
I'll
on
read
it.
some of it. Yeah, I'll
He
talk
has
to
to
him.
do it now.
Yeah.
Line's gonna come in. So how far you get on One Piece?
It's all
I'm
right.
watching Dragon Ball with my son.
That was up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait till my son old enough we can start watching it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
We tried One Piece. We went to like 3rd episode and we're like, nah.
Yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
You said Berserk dead, our creator dead.
Yeah.
You
But,
said in the grave.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Appreciate y'all listening. Let me do this. I forgot to do it earlier, but shit did it in the beginning of the episode, but it's all good.
Theo said, I got my flowers.
Peace out 2023.
Peace out.
We're gonna see y'all.
So, thank you guys for
next year.
inviting me. This was fun.
Thanks for coming, man.
Christian's next. Christian told me he wants
Yeah,
to
all right.
Christian.
Christian next.
Jose, Demente too.
Jose, all of them.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We out.
We out.